Hey there, LEGO fans, and welcome to another episode. So tonight, I'm really excited. As you can see, this is why. I picked this up a couple of days ago, and I'm really excited to be working on this. This is the globe, as you can see, designed by fan designer Guillaume Roussell. From France. He's a 23-year-old engineering student and a huge AFOL, and he is on the LEGO Idea site as DisneyBrick55. Check him out. I love this design. Now, granted, if you recall, I did promote a globe, but this wasn't it. And if you want to see it, the video is right there. That was the antique globe. The reason why I liked the antique globe mainly, even though it was small, was because the base was so detailed. So that's going to be my chief complaint about this. I love the size of this. I love the design of this. I love the details of this, but I think the base is a bit plain. But, that's just me, hemming and hawing about needless stuff. I think for the design, it's gorgeous. This is, 285 pieces, and perfect for an office, I think. It's got some really cool hidden features, and we'll get to that. For now, stick around. We'll do a review right after. Look at this. This is pretty cool. I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with this. This is, wow, this is a great build. There are certain features that I like, certain other features that I would have preferred have been different, but this is a phenomenal, build so far. And if you're wondering what's holding all this together, this has got a lot. I'll say half the build is all technique elements holding tiles together. It's wow. Feels like a basketball. But it's detailed, surprisingly detailed. Take for instance Africa. It's pretty. It's even got Lake Victoria. It's got Lake Victoria. Look at this. It's Madagascar right there. I love this. I love this little compass element here. And it's got all the oceans are labeled, all the continents are labeled. And then there's a little boat crossing the Pacific. Well, I should say a little ship. Look at Australia. Down under. I love this. This is, I mean, Europe could have been a little more detailed, I think, but it's, hey, this is phenomenal. This is really, really well done. But we're not done yet. So let's finish up. All right. So, all right. This is wicked cool. This is really cool. I really like this. Like it it spins, which is a pretty pleasant surprise, but the spin is so smooth. Um, if you're gonna pick it up, please don't pick it up from the top. After all, it's still Lego. Picking it up from the bottom is always a good idea. One thing that I was really surprised and typical of Lego, they tend to have multi-purpose for items, right? On the bottom are tires, like tires from the your typical Lego motorcycle thing, the little, you know, Lego City motorcycle for the minifigures. These are the tires for those, and they serve the purpose of kind of cushioning the shock when you put it down, and also preventing them from preventing the whole globe from sliding. It creates really good traction, which I was really surprised how they did it. It's really, I mean, hey, big ups to Lego for this one. What else? I love how solid, you know, the globe is, and you know, the brown pieces give it a wooden feel, so you get a little bit of an antique feel to it. I kind of like it, but I think the base is functional. There's nothing really decorative about the base, with the exception of the plate that says the Earth. Given a choice between this base and the antique globe that didn't make it, I think I like the antique globe base much better, because it's more detailed and it's designed to really, really fit the ship in a bottle. And I love that. I love that design. So for those of you who are out there, if you want to go take a look at it and change the base, I'd love to see whatever pictures you post. I'd love to see it. But yeah, this, my goodness, this is, and it's fairly heavy. You know, it's got a little bit of heft to it. But this is not. Keep this out of reach of the cats and the kids, because as heavy as it is and as solid as it stands, if somebody pushes it over, yeah, it's gonna scatter, because I mean, it's all Technique elements on the inside, but it's Technique rods and joints, so it's not like solid, you know, Technique build on the inside. But this, man, whoo, this is beautiful. This, if you're a teacher, this belongs in your classroom. Done. That's no questions asked. Especially if you're teaching geography, geology, astronomy, international relations. This belongs in your classroom. If you're a professional, a working professional like myself, this would make a great display in your office. Unlike some other Lego sets that you could keep in your office, this actually looks professional. This looks like it does belong in an office. And I don't know. I don't know. I gotta move something. I definitely have to move something to keep this in the background because I absolutely love geography, and I think this is such a great set. It is a great set. I highly recommend it. The only complaint I have is that the bottom looks kind of plain. But I mean, most globes, the bottom is pretty plain. But you know, this is wow. This is pretty cool. I've thoroughly enjoyed this build. I highly recommend it. This is how would I rate it? Scale of 1 to 10. This is a definitely 9.5, 9.8. Again, I'm just being a crab ass about the base because I like the antique globe base much better, but that's about it. Other than that, this is solid. I love this. So, if you don't have it yet, go get it. And if you're a Lego investor, I think this is one of those that, 3-4 years from now will start a meteoric rise in price. I highly recommend it. Oh yeah, one other thing. The tiles, the names of these, the names of the continents, the badges of the continents and the oceans actually glow in the dark. But let's shine on Africa for a little bit. Right? And then look at that. That's cool. That's wicked cool. That is really cool. The fact that you can actually shine on it and right, there's the Pacific Ocean. And there's the Indian Ocean. There's the Atlantic. So these actually glow in the dark, and I don't know. I love this. All right. This is it. I absolutely love it. But how long did it take me to do this? Just fair warning. As you can tell, you start building this and it gets repetitive, right? And then you keep building, you build the center, the equator, basically, right? And then you build these in pairs, one at a time, right? And then you go to the bottom and do the same. So it does get repetitive. If you're planning on building this, don't plan on doing it in one go. I would highly suggest walk away a little bit, do something else, and then come back to it, because it does get repetitive. But in the end results are just beautiful and amazing. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'd highly recommend it. So if you're in the position to get this, please do. Thanks again for joining me in building this. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to building others. I actually have, oh my goodness, I have quite a few quite a few sets coming up. I also just recently picked up the typewriter, so we're going to be going through that, and maybe we'll do some Star Wars builds. But thanks again for sticking around. I really appreciate the support. If you are seeing this and you're not a subscriber yet, please do me the favor. Just hit the subscriber button and join us. We do live builds sometimes. We do giveaways sometimes. So do stick around. And as always, always, no matter where you are. Play well.